Please be seated. You guys are excited here to get going, huh? Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Ed Klosek. I am Mara's cousin and almost Scott's cousin. And it's really an honor for me to be here. I've been thinking about this day since last year when they asked me to do this and how honored I am, so thank you. The very first thing that I'd like to do with you guys this afternoon, or this evening, is to honor the alma maters. So Mara and I are both UIC Flames. And we got WashU represented here. So should I leave this honor off? Okay. So the first thing that I like to do when I'm doing a wedding is that newlywed couples, remind us, those of us who are in a relationship, those of us who want to be in a relationship, of where we want to be, and even just with our friendships. And so, Scott and Mara, if you would just turn toward everybody, and this is called Seeing the Good in Scott and Mara. As you look at them, first we'll start with Scott. What good do you see in Scott? What do you love about him? And then, as you look at Mara, what good do you see in her, and what do you just love about Mara? And so, whatever you identified in your mind, you spot it, you got it. You can bring it to your own relationships as well. If you saw it in them, you can bring it to yours. So we thank you, Mara and Scott, for reminding us of the good that's in us and what we can bring to relationship this evening and in our future relationships. So, thank you. The first person we'd like to call forward is Rachel, who's a friend of Scott and Mara. And so,
so most of you here today are friends or family of Mara and Scott, but for me, they've always just been Mara and Scott. I've always known them as a pair, as a team, as a unit, and I've been blessed to get to know them through each other's eyes. Sorry. I've had the chance to get to know Mara as somebody who, no matter what emotion you're feeling, whether you're laughing, you're crying, you're just talking, makes you feel a part of that and makes you feel like she's there with you through everything and anything. I've gotten to see Scott in terms of the way that his nature is just so genuine and so honest, and how he wants to understand how the world works, and he wants you to understand with him and take you there. Their love is just so sincere and so welcoming, and they make you want to be a part of that. Whether if you've had the pleasure of experiencing when they push their two couches together to make the cup, as it's affectionately called, and they actually invite you into that space to do a puzzle with them. Or when you go to visit them in Denver and you open a cabinet to get coffee, or you open it to get toothpaste, and you'll see a note from one to the other that says, "Have a great day, I love you." They welcome you into their love, and they make you remember that love is special. They make you remember that it's worth all the hullabaloo. I love you, Mara and Scott.
And so next, Scott and Mara have chosen to do a unity candle lighting. And so if the parents and family involved would get ready for that, please. And the individual candles, for those of maybe some of you have seen this before, represent Scott and Mara as individuals because we don't want to see them lose their individuality, lose themselves in their relationship. That's very important to have health in their relationship. And so next then is the lighting of the unity candle, which obviously then symbolizes their union with each other. All right, so now we have another friend who's going to come forward. Lindsay's going to come forward and do another tribute to Scott.
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I've been a friend of Mara's since preschool. And when I describe Mara to others that don't necessarily know her, I always say she's probably the most thoughtful person I know. She's the type of person who never forgets a birthday, never forgets a graduation, who's always willing to put pen to paper to write a thank you card, which is a rarity these days. Mara, growing up, would make the most incredible gifts for birthdays and Christmas. She would make these phenomenal collages. For my 18th birthday, she brought me to Lake Geneva. And she gets that from her parents. Her father, Archie, was world famous for his clippings. He'd have a conversation with you, and then something would remind him of that conversation months later, and he would mail it back to you. Her mother, Valerie, was always welcoming into their family with open arms. Mara continues to be thoughtful today, even going into medicine and taking care of people every single day. And I always kind of assumed that Mara would never kind of meet her match in terms of kindness and thoughtfulness. And then I met Scott. And Scott really gives Mara a run for her money. For those of you that aren't really familiar with the proposal, Scott set up this elaborate scavenger hunt, giving Mara her favorite lactose-free dessert. He made a quick exit out of the back door of the bar, and then had Mara meet him in Grant Park, where he assembled their entire family. Scott not only has been thoughtful, he's been incredibly supportive to Mara. He's been a wonderful support system. I knew that they were a real deal when Mara started looking at residency programs. They traveled all around the country, and as excited as Mara was, Scott was about 5 times more excited because he knew how important it was to Mara. And I was lucky enough to actually watch a video of the two on match day, and which is when Mara found out which residency program she'd actually be joining. And as excited as Mara was, Scott was beaming with pride, and he continues to show support for Mara even throughout the residency program, whether it's cooking a meal for her after a long day, or taking on a large part of the chores, despite the fact that he's running his own business himself. And Mara, in return, has shown nothing but support for Scott. Scott left a phenomenal job and went into his own business, and Mara was so excited for him and showed nothing but support, which shows just how trusting she was of the fact that Scott would be able to accomplish as much as he has. I'm so fortunate to have spent the last 25 years of my life with Mara being such a big part of my life, and I'm so excited that Scott is now a part of that life as well. I'm very excited to share in this moment with you guys, and I wish you a lifetime of continued thoughtfulness, support, and love.
Okay, and now comes the time for vows. And Mara and Scott have elected to do their own vows and read their own vows to each other. So.
I trust what I have yet to learn, and I love what I already know. And this is what I know. When I see you smile, my heart fills with joy, and I am comforted. I know that I am attracted to your intelligence. You have developed an understanding of the world that is fully yours, and you have an original thought on every topic, and you are a believer of reason. I have learned so much from you already, and I will always be eager for our next conversation. I know that you are my teammate, that we can get through anything, because our first instinct is always to work together. I know that you are driven, and I am strapping in and ready to ride. Together we're going to see the world and change it the best we can. You are the love of my life, my best friend, and my beautiful girl. I'm the luckiest guy because you have chosen me. I get to marry Mara. You comfort me and you challenge me. I have never been so healthy or confident or happy in my entire life. I will be the best husband I can be because you deserve it. So here relax. I vow to cuddle every night, and if we can, during the day. I will go to craft fairs, and I will travel where it's not comfortable. I will be supportive of Northwestern sports. And I will cook you healthy food, and I'll even eat it myself. I will be faithful, and I will be honest. And I will live a long and healthy life with you. I vow not to be stubborn, and to let you pack and move your truck next time. And other things which I'm stubborn. And I will listen to your words with the same attentiveness that you listen to mine, and I will remember them. You have an important and difficult career, so I will do everything I can to make the rest of your life easy. I will strive to improve myself to give you more reasons to live. You have my heart, and I don't think it could be in better hands. And I have your heart, and I will protect it with all my might.
I love you for being an adventure, for encouraging me in the back of your motorcycle to see the fireworks downtown, snowboarding down a harder run, or traveling to the end of the world to see the pingüinos. I love you for always encouraging me to try something new. I love you for being romantic, for surprising me with a trip to Keystone, for chasing you around Chicago to Lincoln Grant Park with tears in our eyes. I love you for being meaningful when you say I love you. I love you for being silly, for giving Belly a personality, and for playing a steamroller. I love you for still being a kid and teaching me to take life a little less seriously. I love you for being my support, for being the person I come home to every night, for giving me a hug when I walk through the door, for having dinner ready, and for hearing about my day, and then for carrying me to bed at night. I love you for always listening. I knew we would keep dating when you reliably called me. I knew I loved you when we sat in bed and you listened to stories about my dad. I knew we would get married when I was laying on your lap in the back of a Jeep in rural India, and I knew we'd be together forever. I vowed to always be respectful and honest, to support you in all your endeavors, to cuddle forever, and to love you unconditionally, to listen and share our feelings, and to keep life silly and fun. I love you.
Yes, please applaud those beautiful vows. In doing this, seeing the good that we did at the beginning of the ceremony, it's just so easy to see it in the two of you. So easy. So the rings, please. So let's join hands, all of us, and just put some energy in these rings and thanks for the symbolic value that they are. Thank you, Judge. All right, so, Mara, I give you this ring.
Mara, do this ring.
To wear upon your hand.
To wear upon your hand.
As a symbol of my love and fidelity.
As a symbol of my love and fidelity.
Scott, I give you this ring.
Scott, I give you this ring.
As a symbol of my love and fidelity.
As a symbol of my love and fidelity.
One thing I know about the two of you is that you guys live in the moment. And this moment is fleeting already. It's already flying by. So let's just slow down and stop and enjoy this moment. And look at the people who are here with you and the love that they are giving you with their eyes. Take in this beautiful setting. These black-eyed Susans out there, and the green AstroTurf. I was worried about the boys falling and getting grass stains, and we don't have to worry about that. Anyway, it's a moment to cherish and really soak in, and we're going to have a great time tonight. Yeah. So, Mara and Scott, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. And ladies and gentlemen, for the first time as a married couple, Scott Dixon and Mara Motley. Scott and Mara.